Sarie Marais sal ek ooit weer kan sê, my skade het ek weer gekry. En sonder gedal langs die mooi rivierse val, het sy vir oorlogsdae gebly. O, bring my terug na die ou Transvaal, daar waar my Sarie woon. Daar onder in die milies by die groen doringboom, daar woon my Sarie.
In the late 19th century, the rolling plains of the Transvaal shimmered under the African sun, dotted with thorn trees and golden maize fields stretching as far as the eye could see. Small farms and homesteads clustered along winding dirt roads, while the distant hills echoed with the sounds of daily life, the lowing of cattle, the creak of wagon wheels, and the laughter of children at play. It was a world defined by hard work, strong community ties, and an enduring connection to the land. A world that would soon be swept away in the turmoil of war, leaving families separated and hearts longing for home. Amid this landscape lived Sarie Marais, a young woman whose beauty and charm were matched only by her courage and devotion to her family. Her father, a respected farmer, had instilled in her a love of the land and a sense of duty that guided her every action. Sarie's life, though shaped by simplicity and routine, was rich with laughter, song, and the warmth of community. It was from this life of quiet grace and steadfast love that the song Sarie Marais would eventually emerge, capturing not just the story of one woman, but the enduring spirit of a people whose lives were intertwined with the vast African veldt. Susara Margaretha Marais was born on the farm Eendracht in the Suiker Bosrand on 15th of April 1866. Her father, Jacob Marais, would later become a prominent member of the Executive Council of the Transvaal, and a street in Pretoria carries his name today, a testament to the family's early influence in the region. Both parents were voortrekkers, settlers who moved inland to escape British colonial control. They established farms in the Mooi Rivier ward, a vast area stretching from Potchefstroom to what are now Wolmaranstad and Makwasi. It was in this pioneering world that Sarie was raised, a world defined by resilience, farming, and a deep connection to the land. At the age of 16, she met Jacobus Turin, a young journalist and a poet from Paarl. He was in Pretoria to interview her father. Their connection was immediate, and they eventually married, having 16 children, though only 8 survived into adulthood. It was Jacobus who would cement Sarie's place in history. He encountered the song Sweet Ellie Ree, an American folk tune from the Civil War era, sung by American miners in the Transvaal. Inspired, he translated the song into Afrikaans, replacing Ellie Ree with the name of his beloved Sarie Marais. Over time, due to a printing error, Marais became Marais, giving birth to the iconic title we know today. The song, however, initially lacked the verses and lyrical details that later became standard. By 1899, Sarie Marais had already captured the hearts of Pretoria. During the Anglo-Boer War, it became a morale booster for the Boer forces. Its catchy melody carried the longing for home. Sung by South African soldiers in both world wars, it grew to international fame. It was soon sung by soldiers far beyond South Africa. In 1953, the British Royal Marines Commandos adopted it as their regimental march, no doubt a backhanded compliment to an old adversary, like their commando name. The song's journey didn't stop there. It gave its name to a popular pleasure boat in Durban Harbour, inspired the naming of South Africa's first yacht, and became the regimental march of Paraguay's Signal Corps. It was immortalised in cinema as the first South African talking film, Sarie Marais, released in 1931, set in a British POW camp. The song also lent its name to Sarie, a woman's magazine that has long represented Afrikaans womanhood. On the first international radio broadcast linking South Africa, Britain and America, celebrating the birthday of Mrs. Izzy Smuts, wife of then South African Prime Minister Jan Smuts, Gracie Fields sang Sarie Marais, further cementing its place in popular culture. During World War II, an outpost in North Africa was dubbed Sarie Marais Calling, and the song remains a staple at South African military parades, while the French Foreign Legion also plays it. The Girl Guides of Sri Lanka adopted it after hearing it from Boer War prisoners, and in a quirky historical footnote, the song was mistakenly played as South Africa's national anthem during the 1932 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles. Originally, the song drew heavily on imagery from the Transvaal countryside, the Mooi Rivier, the maize fields and the green thorn tree. The song encapsulates the longing of soldiers far from home, worried about being transported over the sea, as thousands of Boer prisoners were during the Anglo-Boer War. For Boer soldiers, it was more than a tune. It was a lifeline to the homes and families they feared they might never see again. Over the decades, international singers like Jim Reeves and Kenneth McKellar performed it in Afrikaans, while the melody inspired the Soviet Navy's anthem for its naval infantry, Forward Red Marines. Despite the worldwide fame of the song, Sarie Marais herself lived a humble life. Deeply religious and averse to self-promotion, she never publicly claimed the song. After Jacobus Torin's death in 1920, she moved with her daughters to Bloemfontein, where she was affectionately known as Tant Mossie, Auntie Mossie. She died there in December 1939 at the age of 73 and was buried in a modest, unmarked grave near the Vroue Monument. In 1995, through the efforts of her admirers, a beautiful tombstone was erected in her honour, and a thorn tree was planted to echo the one from the Mooi Rivier fields where she once lived. Sarie Marais endures as a cultural symbol, embodying the spirit of South Africa's history, the resilience of the Voortrekkers, and the power of music to unite and inspire. From her modest beginnings on a farm in the Suikerbosrand to international recognition in music, film and print, her name resonates in South Africa and beyond. She represents not only a song, but a story of love, longing and enduring heritage. In March 2011, André Rieu and his Johann Strauss Orchestra performed Sarie Marais in South Africa. Hearing thousands of voices join together under the night sky of Cape Town reminds us that Sarie Marais is not just a song of the past, but a living thread in South Africa's story. The link to this performance is in the description. From its origins on the veldt to its surprising moment at the Olympics, and finally to André Rieu's show-stopping performance in Cape Town, Sarie Marais remains a song deeply woven into South African heritage. Its words and melody carry the spirit of the country's history, its people and its landscapes, a reminder that a simple folk song can shape a nation's soul.
Met Sarie Marais sal ek ooit weer kan sê, my skaat het ek weer gekry. En sonder gedal langs die mooi rivierse Waal het sy vir oorlogsdae gebly. O bring my terug na die ou Transvaal, daar waar my Sarie woon. Daar onder in die milies by die groen doringboom, daar woon my Sarie Marais. Daar onder in die milies by die groen doringboom, daar woon my Sarie Marais. Ek was so bang dat die kakies my sal vang en ver oor die see wegstuur. Toe vlug ek na die kant van die Opingtonse Sand, daar onder by die groot rivier. O bring my terug naar die ou Transvaal, daar waar my